the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And it's happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the Toronto Raptors. For the Raptors, their record has fallen off the pace they set last season. No team wants to see that regression. They're looking to turn things around, and we'll see how they do tonight. And taking the floor tonight, someone with a traditional postgame who can also shoot with great range, DeAndre Ayton. Shaq, your thoughts?
I watched this guy play in college, 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Not fast necessarily, but agile, fluid, highly skilled.
What more could you want?
More could you want?
Well, accurate shooter from the field and the free throw line. This guy moves his feet well enough to switch defensively. I love his game.
And now with the tip coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Raptors are out of Toronto and into an interconference game. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. The Suns, they continue their stretch of home games. Well, they know they have their work cut out for them here tonight and during a stretch of games facing a lot of talented teams.
Well, right now for the Suns, what a nice turnaround this season has been for them compared to just a year ago. They couldn't afford to suffer through another campaign like that.
They did a very good job putting that in the rear view and moving forward this season. They still have a long way to go to be considered a top team, but they've definitely made progress.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin, we know today's players can really elevate, but it's the landings that create tremendous strain on the body. In fact, at least one team bans its veteran players from dunking in practice. Kevin, that is not a problem for me.
David, you're right. It takes a toll. Thank you. Doors for a couple teams that had high hopes coming out of the gate. Frustration starting to build, and you can even sense it with the fans. They're getting a little bit nervous here.
And this is the critical stage where when you've gotten out of the gate slowly, it's your leadership that has to step up. They've got to have a strong voice in the locker room, not overreact to mounting frustrations, and just calm the nerves of the young players. It's important to keep your unity in tough times.
What do the coaches always say? Don't let go of the rope. Everybody's got to pull in the right direction, same direction. Don't let go of the rope.
Great point, Kev.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Valanciunas with the ball. Lowry from outside. Rebounded by Jackson. Okobo, Lowry covering. Leonard against Warren. Leonard with the steal. And here comes the break. Over Warren. And it's Leonard missing. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Suns. Warren kicks to Jackson. And Phoenix turns it over again.
Raptors ball.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Bounce pass from Lowry. Here's Valanciunas, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Phoenix Suns.
But, Kevin, when Valanciunas forces the issue like that, he is really tough to handle. He does a good job drawing contact.
At the line for 2.
Valanciunas doesn't play a ton of minutes, Doris, but fans feel he should be playing more.
Well, there's certainly a lot to like about Valanciunas' game. And how about last season? Because the NBA is changing, he can now step beyond the three-point arc and make those shots consistently. That will elevate his position and standing.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
Look, Kevin, you know this. There's a long history of great players coming out of Lithuania, and Valanciunas right there with the best of them. Remember, back in 2012, this guy was the MVP of the Lithuanian Basketball League.
Valanciunas hits them both.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Booker with it. Now Green defending, but drive by Booker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first.
And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker last season, I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First one falls for him. And Greg, if you know anything about Devin Booker, so dedicated to his craft. What's next for him, you think, in taking his game to the next level?
No doubt. I think it starts at the defensive end. I mean, he's one of the league's best at scoring the basketball, but defensively, I think that's going to be the challenge if he wants to become truly an elite player.
Both free throws good from Booker.
And guys, Devin Booker getting great praise from some big-time players. Kyrie Irving says he raises his game to another level against high-level teams. Now he needs consistency, gentlemen.
Leonard. It's hauled in by the Suns. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Here's Ibaka.
0 for 4, they can't buy a bucket.
Shots good by Green.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
And here's Phoenix. Okobo, while recovering, pass to Ayton. Knocked away. Leonard with the steal. Here's Green. And he banks in the layup. Of course, Booker put 70 on the Celtics one evening. That obviously made quite an impression.
Well, I remember Jaylen Brown saying he doesn't have a conscience. He can shoot it with no remorse. He has a green light, and that's what makes it tough. Sounds like he had to guard him that night.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Danny Green. Okobo, while recovering, out left to the wing. Ayton, the pass to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the 3. And it's VanVleet with the rebound. And so VanVleet will bring it up for Toronto. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
The thing I took away from that game was just how dominant they were on the backboard.
There's no doubt. They won the battle of second chance opportunities. That led to extra points, and that was one of the deciding factors in the outcome.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for 8. Now here's Leonard. He had 37 points in the win against Philadelphia. Lowry looking around. Back to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, just terrific timing from the power forward Serge Ibaka. He is a sensational leaper.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Lowry against Booker. The pass to Jackson. And that one hits back iron. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
That's his first personal foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Van Vliet, defended by Booker. Trying his luck deep. Ibaka, no luck. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Back to Jackson. Booker outside. Clock at 6. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Floats one up, and the layup is good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup tonight. These two teams will only face off twice all season.
Well, so you want to make these opportunities count, right? Since they don't see each other often, it's going to be an intriguing battle.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 25 points per game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option. And understandably, Greg, they got him the rock.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Boy, when he's alone in the open court, he just attacks, right? I mean, turning on the jets and finishing easily at the rim.
And the basket by Jackson.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Raptors.
Van Vliet kicks to Leonard. Over Jackson. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. The Suns coach Igor Kokoshkov has coached Slovenia to the 2017 Eurobasket title. Doris, the country's first ever European title. It certainly helped put his name on the map.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. This young man has had great success internationally and as an NBA assistant. And how about Kokoshkov, a homecoming in Phoenix? He and his family have maintained a house there for over a decade.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Warren. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, Doris, there's a lot to like about T.J. Warren's game, especially on the offensive end.
You're right. He's resourceful. He's versatile. There's enough size there to challenge you on the interior. He's worked on that perimeter skill. Just one of the guys who naturally knows how to score.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple. A professional scorer.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And with Warren, with kind of an old school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous.
Listen, Kev, this guy, one of the more reliable scorers in the league, night in and night out.
Passes it to Holmes. Doesn't go that time. Nice deed from Valanciunas. Warren against Leonard. Stolen by Warren. Okobo. And the rejection by Leonard.
and a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
The Raptors shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Trevor Ariza's checked in for T.J. Warren. And Toronto also making a switch. Siakam is checked in for Serge Ibaka. And that one misses.
It's so interesting to me that if you look at the history of the Phoenix Suns, it was the Mike D'Antoni era where they set the trend towards up-tempo run-and-gun basketball and emphasizing the three. Remember the great Steve Nash at the helm. They were an offensive juggernaut at that time, guys.
Here's Siakam. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. And there's the call on Devin Booker. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. And the Suns from 2004 to 2010, a team that easily could have won it all.
No doubt, Kevin, the fine line between winning and losing. 3 trips to the Western Conference Finals, and if not for a few bad bounces and untimely suspensions, who knows what we'd be talking about.
That free throw, no good. So for the Suns, Anderson, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Crawford in for Devin Booker. Raptors also changing it up. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. That one is no good. You know, everyone on the floor needs some level of playmaking skill, Doris. Who are your picks for bigs who can really share the ball? Good passers among the big men.
Yeah, one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch is Nikola Jokic because his vision, his desire to share the basketball, his ability to see not one action ahead, but sometimes 2 actions ahead is really remarkable for a man of his size. You look at somebody like Draymond Green, who is absolutely critical to the success of the Golden State Warriors on the offensive end of the floor. He can take it off the window, he can dribble it in transition, and in full speed make decisions going second by second that are really, really impressive.
Thread passes, do such a great job with the ball. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Suns trail by 5. To the middle, Leonard with the steal. The shot. But they get it back. And Wright kicks to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Over Ariza. And again, no good by Toronto.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
There's Crawford with the 3. That shot off. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Out to the right wing. Here's Van Vliet. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And this Toronto team has started to depend on threes more often for their offense.
You're right, Kevin. They went from being near the bottom of the league in threes attempted to top 5 in attempts this past year. And a lot of that is the green light to shoot from the wings that they have. It's another dynamic to an already potent scoring machine.
Okobo, guarded by Wright. Poke loose. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
and busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Timeout called, the Suns.
My guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
Here's a look at some stats for Wright. Some last season stats for him. He put up about 8 points a game last season, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Now, here's Holmes. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
Right outside. Monroe looking around. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Suns trail by 9. Crawford right side. Okobo guarded by Wright. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 5 on the clock. Deep 2 from Crawford. And the shot is long. Raptors leading by 9. And Wright kicks to Van Vliet. The kick out to Wright. Pass to Siakam. To the paint. Ariza against Leonard.
2 minutes left.
Ariza outside. Here's Holmes. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Outside Leonard to the wing on the left. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 7 points in the game.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Flushes it down to finish the break.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
And it's the Suns with the ball after the Raptors pick up 2. And Trevor Ariza, such a steady veteran.
I mean, just long, a versatile defender, can also knock down the triple. When you look at how far he's come since he entered the league as really just a raw athlete, it's a credit to his work ethic, no doubt about it. He has mastered his role.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first free throw is good.
Well, things could not have been worse for the Phoenix Suns a year ago. They were the worst offense and the worst defense in the NBA. Boy, you guys talk about struggling. That's the very definition.
Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. And you look at the stats for the Suns last season, Doris, not many bright spots.
Right, Kevin, I think this is an organization that throws the stats out. They are looking at building from the ground up. There are so many areas to address. The first is the acquisition of great NBA talent.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give them that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Here's Van Vliet. He's got 9. Inside, Monroe kicks it out to Leonard. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they've been aggressive and assertive right from the opening tip. They've seized command of this game. Let's see what happens.
Now here's Crawford. A 20-point game for him in the win against San Antonio. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Toronto Raptors. He caused a lot of headaches with his defense that quarter, coming up with steals again and again. And we'll be right back after this. Josh Jackson, the fourth pick in 2017. He's already made an impression on his teammate, Devin Booker.
Please don't try to play us.
Josh is an ultra competitor. He has the same mindset, that winning mindset. And, I think that's where it starts, people that actually care about the game. And Josh is definitely one of those guys.
Well, these two have a very bright future.
I mean, between Booker's shooting and Jackson's defensive versatility and potential, that's a duo to watch.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Raptors enjoying a nice lead here.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, you really like the activity on the defensive end. Outstanding, jumping into passing lanes and coming up with steals.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Green is out there with Wright. Then there's Monroe. And it's Siakam in at the 4.
2.
That one is off. So many aspects go into developing Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture, though. That makes so much sense. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. You're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. Here's Monroe. Devin Booker picking up that last basket.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Green against Crawford. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Suns making a change here. Warren's checked in. The Raptors also changing it up. Ibaka comes in for Greg Monroe. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Kawhi Leonard.
One shot.
That one misses for Jamal Crawford. One thing you have to admire, Doris, about the Raptors franchise is their sustained success.
And that's not easy, Kevin. Last year marked their third straight 50-win season and their fifth straight postseason trip. Very few other teams can claim those items in that time frame. Boy, the Raptors, what a good, solid core. I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Lowry's shot is good. Lowry's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
Well, Kevin, this guy's proven over and over that despite his size disadvantage, he's still able to score in the paint.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And here's Crawford. He's got 5 over Ibaka. Crawford, no luck. Green deciding where to go with it. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. Here's Warren. Phoenix, no good that time either. Raptors leading by 13. Lowry finds Green over Crawford. That one bounces around and comes back out. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game. Josh Jackson's checked in for the Suns. Valanciunas, who's checked in for the Raptors. And the Suns call time here.
You know, DeAndre Ayton, all that height around him. He goes 7 feet, 250 with that 7'5" wingspan and already produces. But still, he shows considerable upside.
About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Warren against Ibaka. Phoenix, no good that time either.
I'm sure if he had the chance to do that possession over again, he would not have taken the shot.
You know, Greg, what amazes me about Ayton, the skill level for someone his size.
I mean, he can put the ball on the floor, really improving as a facilitator. You look at Embiid, you look at Big Cat, Ayton gives you a lot of those similar traits.
Well, how about DeLon Wright having his best season as a pro last year? He had tremendous numbers, solidifying his role as a backup point guard. And I'll tell you this, he had some games where he simply took over.
Shooting one.
Free throw drops for Wright. And Wright is a taller point guard, not an easy matchup off the bench.
I'll tell you, Kevin, this guy has got a great nose for steals and block shots. He knows how to use the length he has on the defensive end, and he can be tenacious on the glass. Go ahead, DeLon Wright, do your thing.
Clock at 6. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
But just tremendous concentration by Booker. Defense tries to bully him, but he stays completely locked and loaded.
Out to Ibaka. Three-pointer on the way. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Ibaka's got his second basket of the night. Suns trail by 17. Pass to Ayton. Here's Jackson, guarded by Valanciunas. Jackson misses.
Now, great look on that, just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now. I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
The Suns have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Green against Warren. Jackson from long range. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, you have to expand your game if you're going to be effective in the NBA. And Mr. Jackson knocking down the triple. Okay.
Valanciunas with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. The fadeaway. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. He kicks to Booker. The pass to Ayton. He dishes it to Booker. Feet out. It doesn't go for him. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And it's Wright missing. Suns trail by 16. Here's Jackson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
When the young Mr. Jackson gets in the paint, it's a problem. Really forcing the defense's hand there. That's nice.
And Josh Jackson, the fourth pick in that 2017 draft out of Kansas, a hyper-athletic 6'8", and he's got the handles, I think, to become a terrific slasher in the league.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
He misses the free throw. And Jackson plays with a great motor. He's got some grit in his game.
I mean, he's a competitor. I mean, plays with that chip on both shoulders. But give me a guy who cares. As a coach, better to have guys you need to rein in rather than those you have to kind of force to be aggressive.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, Josh Jackson, the number 4 pick in the draft, despite having a little bit of a raw offensive game. But you think about his motor, the competitiveness, the intensity, what a high ceiling here.
Now here's Green. Here's Valanciunas, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his third.
And talking about Jackson, he wasn't the only member in his family to play college basketball in Kansas.
Right, his mom didn't go to the same school as Josh, started out at the community college there, but eventually she transferred to a Division I school, actually got a WNBA tryout. There's great basketball talent that runs in this family, guys.
First one falls for him. Well, after the Raptors fell short of their goals last season, you knew they were going to be changing some things up.
Well, obviously the first big move was moving on from Dwayne Casey as the head coach. And you think about Dwayne had brought the best years this franchise had seen, and they still felt it was time for a shift. Now, it's not necessarily his blame. Sometimes you just need to hear a new voice when you've ended in the playoffs the way they have over the last several years.
This arena in downtown Phoenix opened in 1992. Doors in 2022, they can opt out of their lease. Otherwise, they'll be locked in for another 10 years.
Well, they're currently playing in the 6th oldest NBA arena, and the Suns are hoping to either renovate that building or build a brand new one. The question becomes, of course, who pays for it?
Now, right after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Wright, the pass to Valanciunas. Now here's Wright. Fires for three. They kick it out to Green. Wright looking around. And Jackson with the block.
Well, how about the defensive instincts of Josh Jackson? Boy, the length and athleticism. Send it back, sir.
Over to the wing. Now here's Ayton, guarded by Valanciunas. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
Green against Warren. Green kicks to Lowry. Over Booker. That one wide left. And so Crawford will bring it up for Phoenix, trailing by 19. A nice shot by Booker.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Now here's Lowry. He has 6. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, Kyle Lowry can be so creative sometimes. You think the window's too tight, but he finds a way.
Booker against Lowry. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Now here's Wright. Last game out, he had 14. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
He's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto, Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Ibaka. Leonard comes in for Danny Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Well, you can't deny the amount of talent on this Raptors team, Doris. At times, they can simply overrun opponents.
You know what, Kevin? You do not end up in the top 5 for effective field goal percentage, both offensively and defensively, without talent. But obviously, when the Raptors get going and shots are falling, boy, they can compete with just about anyone.
Leonard with no one around. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to Holmes. Kicks it to Booker. Over Monroe. Misses off the right iron. Raptors leading by 20. Shot from the top of the key. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Anderson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Toronto's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And Valanciunas kicks to Monroe. Outside Leonard takes a 3. Again, Leonard missing.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
Okobo. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
The Raptors have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And he makes the first. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Josh Jackson. And the Raptors also making a change. Siakam's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. So it's Phoenix now. Now Booker, 12 points for him. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for the Raptors.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
Raptors leading by 21. VanVleet kicks to Leonard over Ariza. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Pass to Holmes. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. No good from Booker.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pass to Siakam. VanVleet kicks to Siakam. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Siakam's got his first basket of the night. 1:03 left in the first half. Okobo, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Toronto called for the foul. For Phoenix, they have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Malachi Richardson, he's checked in for Toronto. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. Leonard on the wing. Monroe outside. Back to Leonard. Lots of room. And another basket for Toronto.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Anderson outside. The pass to Ariza. Booker outside. Unloads from 13. Ariza no luck. Toronto's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Van Vliet. He's got 11. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. Here's Monroe. And so it's Toronto, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what did you see from them?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they could control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Growing up, it wasn't no joke.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
In the backseat of the crowd.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Suns, Okobo and Booker are their backcourt. Jackson is out there with Ayton, and it's Warren in at the small forward position.
And with Kawhi in this past summer, his health was such an unknown quantity during trade talks. Now that we know that Kawhi is a full go, it looks like a great deal for Toronto. casts a bit of a shadow and doubt over Kawhi's last year in San Antonio, but it is what it is at this point.
Here is Ibaka. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Lowry kicks to Leonard. Shoots over Warren. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
They double him with Green. Down low. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Booker. 15 points for Josh Jackson.
And this is encouraging to see from Josh Jackson, proving he's got takeover ability. That's pretty.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Now here is Lowry, guarded closely. The shot off that time. Shot on the wing. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
And Toronto has possession. And Josh Jackson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. Leonard looking around. Clock at 4. Over Warren.
You can see how effective he can be when he's engaged. T.J. Warren needs to keep improving on the defensive end.
And it goes down 2 points.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
Personal foul.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Well, I love T.J. Warren. The reason, guys, is he's proven to be a dependable scorer who's got good versatility, and he can play either forward position. So important in today's NBA.
Now here's Green. Feeds to Lowry. And stolen by Ayton. Over in the corner, Warren. Booker outside. Jackson kicks to Warren. Just 5 to shoot. Okobo. Toronto grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here's Booker. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Yep, it counts.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Lowry with the ball. 6 points for him. And Valanciunas kicks to Leonard. Outside Lowry to end the cold streak. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Here's Warren. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
Shooting 1.
On the free throw, no good. Raptors leading by 18. Inside, Leonard. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's now 21 points for Leonard.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Phoenix calls timeout. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade, now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
Crawford's shot is good.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. They lead by 17. Fires the three, sinks the three-pointer. Lowry's got 9 points.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arm.
A nice shot by Booker.
Kev, how about the lightning quick release? It makes Booker really hard to contest and catch and shoot.
Outside, Green. To the middle. Here's Leonard. The shot comes out. Nice D from Warren. Suns trail by 17. Crawford drives in. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now here's Leonard. 21 points in the game. He gets it in there.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
And the shot by Warren, no good. Toronto leading by 19. Goes up on the wing. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
The Suns have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Here's Booker, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Danny Green, a terrific shooter who also, Greg, happens to give you great production on defense.
Yeah, and I'd have to say Green's probably alone in history with his shooting and defense. Only player to ever have 6 or more seasons with at least 50 blocks and 73s. You know, it might be arbitrary checkpoints, but nevertheless, it illustrates just what Green brings to the table, a consistent 3-and-D player.
And the first one drops.
The 13th pick of the 2015 NBA draft, Booker has already shown all-star potential.
Both free throws good from Booker. Now here's Green. Dishes to Lowry. Over Booker. Lowry can't get it to go.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Here's Jackson. And he can't bank that one in. Toronto leading by 17. Here's Leonard. Phoenix grabs the miss. Jackson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Booker. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Leonard. From the high post, he drills it. Leonard's got 10 points in the quarter.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
Jackson with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And the dunk by Booker.
A high-volume scorer with terrific instincts. Booker can torture a defense when he gets rolling.
Leonard finds Valanciunas. Back to Leonard. Leonard draws the double, and there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Suns making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Fred VanVleet comes in for Kyle Lowry. Passes it to Siakam. Van Vliet kicks to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. 6 to shoot. The baseline J. And the shot is long. Suns trail by 17. Ariza passes to Booker. Now Jackson. Pass to Ayton. On the wing, Booker. He's got 21. Ariza has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And here's Leonard from 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Kawhi Leonard.
Leonard's got 28.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Ayton dishes to Jackson. That one doesn't go. And Toronto will come the other way. Out to the right wing. Van Vliet passes to Green. It's good. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, nice feed. Leading him into some space. A nice catch on the run, too. Wow.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. There's the dish to Ariza. Off the left rim and out. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Pass to Van Vliet. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. And staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Well, I think, Kevin, this is something Jonas Valanciunas has hung his hat on. His ability to consistently get to the offensive window. Nicely done.
Now here's Booker. Crawford outside. Over Green. Crawford's shot is good. Crawford's got 5 points now this quarter.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Toronto leading by 22. Van Vliet looking around. The pass to Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. All sorts of time. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Van Vliet's got 13.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
Crawford finds Booker. Back to Crawford. From downtown. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 5 assists tonight.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Here's Van Vliet. He's got 13.
2 minutes left. 2.
Passes it to Green. Back to Van Vliet. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Suns trail by 21. Ariza kicks to Crawford. And it's off from 3-point range. And Leonard has it in the corner. Hits the front of the rim and out. Phoenix has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Jackson misses.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Van Vliet passes to Siakam. Leonard, that's for 2. Good as the jump shot falls. Leonard's got 15 points here in the second half.
Ooh, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
Ariza kicks to Crawford. Back to Ariza. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
And not relying at all on the 3-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Siakam passes to Leonard. Good. Leonard's got 32 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Ayton. Booker, right side. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Leonard inside. Ariza covering. Here's Van Vliet. 13 points in the game. Back to Leonard. With 1 on the clock. And stolen by Ariza. And so it's Toronto in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Phoenix has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Wright. Kawhi Leonard is out there at Greg Monroe. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Drops one in from the wing. Booker's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Suns. Here's Van Vliet. He kicks to Leonard. Over Ariza. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Ariza with the ball for Phoenix. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro overseas at 16, would something like that work in this country?
You know what, Kevin? I'm not necessarily for something like this. What I do believe is the NBA could become more involved across the board, and we should have more uniformity in basketball in general. And I think one of the ways to do that is to make sure we set up some sort of basketball committee across the different levels of basketball, starting with youth, going to high school, into college, then the semi-professional sort of basketball leagues out there, or the formative leagues like the G League, and then the NBA. I think we just need to look at the game in its totality and create some measure of uniformity. But frankly, I don't love the idea of 13 and 14-year-olds leaving their home to go to, quote, sport academies.
Here's Van Vliet. And Wright kicks to Leonard. Over Ariza. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Wright. 34 points for Leonard.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you've simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Now, here's Anderson. Nailed from three-point land.
How about the quickness of that release from Anderson on that triple? What a quick trigger. And to have a big man with his kind of accuracy from deep, it's a nice weapon to have.
Takes the 13-footer. Misses off the right iron. Suns trail by 18. To the inside, Booker. A beautiful reverse layup. Booker's got 6 points in the quarter.
You love it when guys play bigger than you think they are. Booker proving that he's not just a threat from the outside.
Now here's Leonard. Over Ariza. And that one's good. Leonard's got 36.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Ariza with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Right outside. Kicks it to Leonard. Lays it up off the glass.
Kawhi
Leonard's got 38 points.
Assist from
Suns trail by 18. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Top of the key, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Stolen. There's the feed to Booker. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
They'd be in a much deeper hole without his contributions, no doubt about it.
Toronto calls timeout.
I was just an
T.J. Warren, he's checked in for the Suns. Then for the Raptors, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Siakam. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Fred VanVleet. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Toronto's head coach had some words for his team during the break. He gave them props for their defense. He said, the defense has been outstanding. Keep pressuring them, forcing turnovers, and we can win this one. Guys?
To the inside. Here's Ariza. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 6th assist on the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Lowry kicks to Monroe. Back to Lowry. Outside Leonard. Here's Ibaka. Bangs home the trifecta.
Nice to see that Ibaka has added the three-point shot to his arsenal. You have now got to get a hand up on him when he's beyond the arc.
Okobo, while recovering.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. And Wright kicks to Ibaka. And stolen by Booker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got 33 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And here is Wright. Over to the left wing. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
Yeah, he is a bulldog. I mean, he scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
And so Lowry nails both of them.
Then, Kevin, in this age of advanced metrics, the numbers back up that Kyle Lowry has turned himself into one of the best players in the NBA.
Now here's Booker. Okobo off target with his 3.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Now Ariza, following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. Leonard against Warren. And that one's good. Leonard's got 40 points.
Boy, this guy has had a major impact on this game. The scoring he has done has propelled them to this lead.
Ariza kicks to Booker. Floats one up. Toronto grabs the miss. Monroe's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Right outside. In the corner, Ibaka with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ibaka's got 6 in the quarter.
Now, I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Pass to Holmes. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 6th rebound on the night. Warren against Leonard. Down low. They need this. Rejected by Monroe. And they're able to recover. Shot clock at 6. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Raptors leading by 16. Now Lowry. Floats one. Monroe. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Booker outside. And there's the pass to Ariza. Okobo. The 3-pointer off the mark.
I'll tell you, if he keeps missing shots, it was going to be a tough night to try to trim this lead.
Right. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Ariza outside. And Booker kicks to Holmes. Back to Booker. The 10-footer. It's good. Booker's got 35 in the game.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
To the left wing. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Well, Lowry had his mind made up. It's the rise and fire as soon as he gets the touch.
Okobo. Now recovering. Booker outside. The 3-pointer is right on target. Booker's got 38 points.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make since.
Outside Lowry. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Warren. Passes it to Holmes. Pass to Warren. Shot clock at 3. Okobo. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
And weak rotation defensively. This is not a guy you want to leave open when you're trying to stay in the game.
Now, the defense just not in sync there, right? You've got to do a better job communicating.
Lobbed up there for Booker.
He is just self-willing, this team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for the Raptors. Knocks it loose. Okobo, Lowry covering. Kicks it to Ariza. Doors with a more punitive luxury tax. Draft picks with their cost-controlled salaries are never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization. And both times, those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value.
And the Suns making a change here. Ariza's checked in. Jackson down low, working on a bucket. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
He might be young, but Mr. Jackson is a problem from a matchup standpoint. Really good powering through there.
Shooting one.
And that one falls for Jackson.
I tell you, the potential of Josh Jackson is really enticing. This guy is a remarkable athlete. He can defend the basket at a high level. If he gets a jump shot, guys, that's consistent, look out.
Now here's Valanciunas. Clock at 6. Lowry finds Valanciunas. Back to Lowry from past the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 8 rebounds in this game. Okobo, while recovering. Pass to Ayton. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. You know, a lot of people have looked at the schedule of the NBA, Doris, and they think, you could eliminate back-to-backs of teams that face each other 4 times in a season, do a 2-game series in each city. It's kind of a baseball-type feel. Would you support that?
You know, it's an intriguing possibility to me, Kevin, because, one, it would cut down on travel, which obviously would make things a little bit better and easier for players. The travel schedule is taxing, particularly on back-to-backs. And so I don't know if there would be an opportunity for Adam Silver to maybe somehow run a test case. Would you be willing to put it in for a season, see how it fits in the overall context of the season? But it is an intriguing idea, and we are trying to improve the product no matter which way we go.
And the Raptors with the ball. Phoenix able to drain the 3. 5 to shoot. Pulls up. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Raptors.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, what a determined offensive presence he has been for them tonight. He carried the scoring load, and as hot as he was, it took a ton of pressure off his teammates all night.
Now here is Lowry. Here's Green. Right through the D for the layup. And the Raptors lead by 15.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
Here's Crawford. Fires the 3. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. He kicks it to Lowry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. There is a better game, there is a worse game, but, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time